we are going to discuss about we are going to discuss dictionary. See, when I go on search in activities, I did not find any activity in the name of dictionary. See, if there are certain libraries or packages which are comes along with the process by default, it is of like uipath.excel.activities, mail.activities, system.activities, and UI automation.activities. These are all the default things where we will come across without externally add the packages. So if you did not find the activities which you are looking into your use case or based on your requirements, those activities if you did not find, then how do you import those libraries? For that we have to use manage packages. Okay, so just click on manage packages and then just select all packages. Go to all packages, search like DACT dictionary. So these are all the packages that is the some different people are that is customized or reusable components that is not provided by a UiPath. So we should not select if you have the symbol like this. So there is an image, right, or icon in front of the text, and just come here UiPath. Dictionary. Okay, okay, so let's not waste time. So here we have an activity, or take an assign activity. Okay, and here come to variables, create variable. So I am going to create a string dictionary. DACTIONA dictionary. So I have created one variable. See, and one more thing is, what is variable? So variable is, in order to hold a certain value, a type of value inside the program. Okay, and it can hold different values of different types, and we can use these variables within the one workflow. So we cannot use that in different workflow. Okay, the scope of the variable is within the workflow only. See, that means that within the workflow. See here, what is the name of the variable name is int age. So what is the scope? So this can be used inside the like now this is the workflow, right? So inside this workflow only. So we cannot use beyond this. That means we cannot use in different workflow. That is variable on. So I created one variable. So here we need to select a dictionary. So because like in the variable type we did not find a dictionary variable of type variable, sorry. Okay. So here browse for types, dictionary. Okay. So here which one we have to select? That should be under, see, system dot collections dot generic and then dictionary of T key and T value. I have selected it. So T key means, see, dictionary will holds the value in the format of the values in the format of key and value pairs. There will be a key and corresponding to the value to that key. Okay. So that means that it should be in the form of key value pair. So for example, name and gender, or name, age, or name, this is one of the combination. Okay. Or employee name and salary, or employee ID, designation. So these are all the combinations, name, like no key and value. So here if I give some key value, for example my name is Sudhakar, my age, or I am an employee in one company. So if somebody wants to get the salary of mine or designation of mine, so we have to store name of the employee and designation, or passenger name in which city is traveling. Okay. So these are the combinations. So we can tell it's a name and key and value pairs. So this is the key and this is the value. So first one is passenger, like no name of a passenger, or train number, destination of the city. See, there are a lot of ways we can use, but it takes only one value. That means that train number, then name, or see what are the key like now we provide and we will get the value. That is called dictionary. So it is of different types of data combinations. So here if I use integer, for example train number is all our digits only, right? I can use it. And here you want to know that at what time it will start, or like now what is the destination of the train is going, or what is the source of the train, so from where the train is going to start. Okay, so like the different combinations we can, so it depends on our requirements. Or if I use string, my name is Sudha, like now name and designation. So for example employee name and designation, or employee number and designation. Who is that? See, I would request you please mute it. Okay, and I can use string, or I can use any combination. So it is not we can use any combinations. So for example if I am using string and string combination, so and then whenever you declare, see this is like now up to this part we can call it a declaration. So I have declared a variable, like now I have created one variable and I defined a type of this variable. I did not assign any value here. That is called initialization. When you are assign a value to that declaration or initialization, value to that is called initialization. Okay, here new dictionary of string comma of string. Correct, right? This is, see, that is what we selected now here, string and string. So it should be of string comma string, and just put curly braces and put one more curly braces. So here, so I am going to give my name is Sudhakar, comma, the value is I am a manager. New dictionary. So here I have to use from. keyword doesn't name a type. So new dictionary of, this is the syntax. See, like now whenever you are attending interview, they will ask you to write how to initialize a dictionary, how to initialize a list. So these are all the combinations. Okay, so this is for only one. Again, if you want to create, this is the first employee, so another employee, so you have to use comma, and that should be in a curly braces. So this is one key. Consider this is up to this, okay, only one value, and again okay, so this is another value, comma. Like that I can create a number of combinations, key and value pairs. I will stop here. So whatever the error it was showing, it is gone. So now there is no error. Click on OK. And now take message box and see. So what is that? str dictionary, right? Dictionary dot count. Okay, just run it, and we will see number of values are there in a dictionary. So it is only two values. It can be considered name and value is a only one value. It's not like, no, see, do not assume that like, no, it has to display 4 rather than 2. Correct, right? Because like, no, this combination can be considered as only one value, not a two value. So it is of string, right? So if you want to modify the we can see, this is one of the way to declare declare and initialize this like, no, dictionary. For example, so then now we got the, for example, like, no, another way is use assign. So you want to use, so I want to declare a variable. What is the shortcut? Control K. And here, like, now I am going to define integer dictionary. Integer dictionary, and here the value, just click on here, new dictionary of, so I want to like, no, defined as a integer and string combination, integer comma, it is of type string, and then from define it, sorry, we have to use this, right, this way. So here I am going to provide some train number 2 3 4 5 6, comma, okay, it will go to destination Hyderabad, comma, 1 2 3 4 5, comma, where it will go, Vizag, okay, this is the combination. But here we are getting one error. What is this? So the on disallows implicit conversations from string to short. Here I define a integer and I enclosed with string. That is the reason I got an error. Okay. So still we are having one more value, one more error. What is this? Cannot assign from system dot collections dot generic dot dictionary to int to system dot string. For that, just come to here. What is our variable name? Our variable name is int dictionary. We just come here and go to browser types. So select DACTIONA dictionary. So here select a dictionary. What is the type I have selected? Integer. The first one is integer, the second one is string, right? So this is the combination. So still I am having an issue. New dictionary, sorry, of int. See, what are the type we declared? It would be of the same combination. So here when I am declaring the variable of type, it is int 32, but I have selected int 16. That is the reason we got, there will be a type mismatch. Okay, so and now what is this? Integer dictionary dot sorry, integer dictionary dot count. So now we got the result. See, I want to So see, I want to get all the information in a dictionary. So how do you do that? So we have to use, so this is also a collection, right? See, dictionary is also one of the collection type, but it accepts key and value pairs. So for that we have to use for each. Correct? If you want to read the data from dictionary, if you want to read the data from collection, okay, so reading is nothing but fetching the value from a collection or getting the value from a collection. That is called reading. Writing is nothing but adding the data into the collection. Okay, don't worry about like no, so why is using like no different terminologies into dictionary. Okay. So so I use for each loop and do like this. So here right line, sorry, so item dot so here I did not get any property here or a method name or a property name. Why? Because so here whenever we use a for each loop, so we have to see what is the type of that collection. Yesterday we saw, right? So we have selected if it is a string or if it is a integer. Okay, the combination we have selected. So here also the same. So here there is a type argument, right? So in that by default it is a object. So for that what we have to select? We already it is there, right? Select this one. Okay, see over here I did not get. So we got an error. So if I did not select dictionary of like no of integer and string, I did not like no I won't get this error. Then put this dot. See, now we got all the properties. So use keys. Correct. Dot keys. Okay, and plus gives from space plus item dot values. Okay, so we got keys and values. So that's what like no the dictionary shows key and value pairs. So here why we are getting an error? Because keys is a integer, right? Dot to string. Dot here also use the to string. Then the error gone. Why? Because here we are using a concatenation with the string. We want to show each and everything in one line only. I don't want to define item dot case dot to string, item dot values dot. So because see we don't need to use, because anyway it is a like no string. So even though we are getting oh, we got unable to cast object of type key value pair to type system. So here go to type arguments, go to browser for type key value pair. So whenever we would like to retrieve a value from the dictionary, so we have to use key value pair of integer and string combination. Click on. So still getting an issue here, and see item dot key. Plus item dot value, string to double, so dot text. Okay, just select this. So we'll see what is the output. So here we got the output like this is the key and value. So like this like now we can display. Okay, so this is all about dictionary. I believe like no you understand this, or you understood this, or do you have any doubts on this topic? Did you understand? Okay, these are all the different ways to initialize a dictionary. We have okay, now we will discuss about we have seen split function, right? Okay, so here under integer control K, str name, and I am assigning some hello. Okay, this is the string. Take one more assign statement, activity. So I want to get parallel, queryable, open, cast, clone, compare, contain. So we have seen, right, start with, end with, all these what is that, all the methods. So here min max we have seen. Okay. And one very important thing I forgot, sorry friends. So here I am giving some space at the end of the string. See, whenever you are working on real time, you will able to see lot of incoming input data in this format. So you want to extract some data out of this. So in that, if you have a space at the end of the string, so here sorry, okay, this is the one, right? Okay, so str name dot write dot pad write, not pad write, dot to string dot so display str name. Because of this we are unable to know whether whether we do you have a space at the end or in the at the end or not. So for example, how to represent that? Okay, so str dot length. So 36 is the length at present. Uh, Select this. Now remove this space. Okay, so save it. So now the length is 32. See, before removing the space at the end, it was the length of the string is 32. After removing the space, it is 32. Of length of the string is 32. Now, see, how do you delete that space? So here, how do you delete a space? Here, so now we will get some length, and again assign some now what we have to do, we need to remove that space, right? So we have to use, see where the value is available, under str name variable dot. So these are very important in interview point of view, as well as at the same time when you are working on real time. So I use trim end. So now after trim, we will see what is the length. So I use trim end. See, like that there are 3 different functions. So now it is 58, and then now we got the original size of the string. So the first string, the length represents the size of the first string, okay, before trimming. After trim, after apply trim end, we got the size of the string is 32. That is trim end. So for example, just keep it the, now you just keep the string at the beginning of the string, that means space. So this trim end and trim start will remove the space at the beginning of the string or at the end of the string, okay. So it doesn't remove any special characters or any string in between, or okay. So, and one more interview question is, I have some space at the end of the string or in the beginning of the string. How can you remove the space? So we will use trim end and a trim start. So if I have some space without using trim end and trim start, so what is the another way to do that? So we will see that all as well. So I have to use another assign statement. So here, instead of using trim end, trim start, okay. So So this is one of the another function, trim end and a trim start. So one, the trim end will delete the space at the end of the string. Trim start will delete the space or remove the space in the beginning of the string. So it is, what is the length of the string? The size of the string is 1. So after removing both end and start, so we got this combination. For example, like now, without using like now these two different functions, is there any other function to do like no by using one simple function? Yes, we do have that. That is called trim. So it will remove both the beginning of the string as well as in the end of the string. That is called a trim. So it will trim the spaces. Okay. So now we got what is the length of the string before and after. These are very different. Sorry, very useful functions. Okay, so now coming to general function. Okay, so str dot, there is one very important function called substring. What is this substring? So substring is so what is the syntax I have to use? Substring of, I don't want to print the data of hello. So substring is nothing but extract some portion of text from the main text or string, from the main string. Substring of, so if I give 6, okay, I am giving 6 letters. So now I am going to get I want to get so I don't want to fetch hello and then comma. So here I got only welcome to A Path Training. Okay, so otherwise I want to get from the starting position of the string, comma, up to 15 characters, whatever the text it might be. So the substring of, see, there are different like no ways to get the data. So up to 15 characters, hello, comma, welcome T. So hello, comma, $14. So I want to fetch only first 2 words. This can see only hello and welcome. See, these are all the words. So this is the entire text. Okay, text can be text like no seek like no string, or text can be say like combination of words. Okay, so this is one of the function substring. Dot there is one more function called replace. Replace of, see, I would like to replace wherever hello is there, I want to give hi. So what I am doing now, so previously I say get the portion of the string out of the main string or text out of a string. Now I am trying to replace a value. So replace means wherever hello is there, so it will be replaced. See, okay, hello can be replaced hi, or another. So replace is the function. The syntax will be what is the old value and what is the new value you want to replace it. That is the syntax. Okay. So str name dot, so the syntax would be append. Str dot append of same I will use str append. We'll see what is the dot to string. No, syntax is different. Str dot so we'll check whether a particular string is available or not. UA path. So in order to make it effective, dot, so we need to convert into to lower dot contains of UA path. So this is the string, this is the search I am going to perform on whether this particular string is available or not. So in a main string. Sorry, there are two dots. See, these are all very important. Whatever contains, okay, and so always we have to use. See, now the string is there. That's why we got. So what is the result of this? Contains. So they will ask you in an interview if you are using any contains. So what is the output of that? So the output will be Boolean. Boolean is of type true or false. So now I will use hello. See, why contain hello Yeah, it should get true, right? Hello, welcome to UiPath. Tool over dot contains subflow. Okay. Okay, so here I used capital H, correct? That is the reason I got false. Okay, now we got true. And then replace. So what are all the important functions? These are all the important functions. Okay, so most of the cases strings are very important first of all. So I will take an assign statement, sorry, assign activity. I want to display today date. So for that I have to use a function called today. So and then, so what is the error we are getting? Dot to string. So we would like to display what is the today date. See, what is the today date? So it is in the combination of The format of the date is, by default, they will ask you this, DD YYY. Okay, so the first one is month, displays, the second one is date, DD. So this is the combination of year, so 2021. Okay, 4 digits, and then followed by time 00. So it is not displayed a time. So this is the date. Otherwise, this is one of the way. Another one is date dot now dot to string. So whatever it may be, like no, it by default it will be considered as a string. So that is the reason we are always giving dot to string method. See now, the difference between date time date dot now dot to string and date dot, so without using date. So if I use now, so we did not display the time, but when I use date dot now, so it displays with the date. That is the difference, one of the difference. So the format of the data format is same, but it is giving an extra information of time as well, if you want to display with that time. So if you are using this concept, you don't want to display time, how can you do that? Dot it is a string, right? otherwise you just define, you create one variable dt date, and rather than here just take date. Okay, so it is of system date type. Date format, date picker. Okay, date type for date time format. So the best is date time. Okay, now dt date time. So now there is no error because it is of type date time. So I don't need to convert this into string. Date time. So now it is like no 9:41. I don't want to like no some like no you people need to have dinner as well, and like no some people needs to go for bed early. So I would like to stop over here. So we will continue. So we have to plan on Saturday. Saturday every day I will go to, I have to go to temple. That is a reason, like no 8 to 9 I have a session, 9 to 10. Okay, we will plan next week. Like no every Saturday also we will have the session.